Okay, welcome to this explainer. Today, we are diving into a seriously compelling story of resilience and high-stakes athletics. We're talking about the comeback journey of Indian gymnast Pranati Nayak. In gymnastics, any time away from the mat can literally derail a career. So today, we're going to break down Pranati's big return to the world stage, look at the unique physical hurdles she's navigating, and examine the exact strategy her team is using as she gears up for a massive continental test. Let's get right into it. 30. That is Pranati's age. Now, in a lot of sports, 30 is your absolute prime, right? But making a return at 30 in the high-impact, high-flying world of gymnastics, that makes her a true veteran. And honestly, this number dramatically raises the stakes for her physical return. It means her comeback isn't just about bouncing back, it's about deeply calculated, highly strategic workload management. Section 1. The Looming Challenge. The Asian Championships in Zuni, China. So her immediate target is the Asian Championships coming up later this month. And let's be clear, this is not just some warm-up meet. It's a massive stage for continental dominance. She's going up against absolute powerhouse gymnastics nations: China, Japan, Korea. Stepping onto the floor in Zuni means stepping straight into a lion's den. You don't just show up hoping for the best. You absolutely have to arrive with a bulletproof routine. Moving on to Section 2, the setback and the spark. Overcoming the ankle injury. Over the last year, her path has been, it's been a total roller coaster. Last year, she suffered a severe ankle injury, completely sidelining her for 5 to 6 grueling months of recovery. But look at what happened next. Just last month, she made her return at the FIG World Challenge Cup in Tashkent and didn't just compete. No, she actually won a silver medal in the women's vault. That is a massive trajectory shift. But we really shouldn't gloss over how difficult that jump from injury to the podium actually was. Traveling to Uzbekistan for her first major international competition after the injury, she admitted to dealing with some intense mental hurdles. Because when your body betrays you with an injury, the hardest thing to rebuild isn't always the muscle, it's the trust. She faced lingering, deep pre-competition doubts about whether her ankle would actually hold up under the immense pressure of competition vaults. Now, contrast that dark period of doubt with this really bright moment. This quote from Pranati tells you everything you need to know about where her headspace is at right now. She said, "The main goal in Uzbekistan was to land my vault well and gain confidence. After that competition, I feel my fear has gone away." Winning that silver medal provided the exact spark she needed. It proved to her that her body could still handle the forces required to fly through the air and stick a landing. She's banished that fear just in time for a super busy season. Which brings us to Section 3. The balancing act, strategy for the podium. Okay, so Pranati faces this classic mechanical dilemma in gymnastics. To stand on the podium in China against those powerhouse nations we talked about, she knows she needs to increase the raw difficulty of her routines to raise her scoring ceiling. However, she cannot sacrifice flawless, clean execution to get there. If she throws a highly difficult vault but stumbles, those execution deductions completely wipe out the bonus. It's a constant push and pull. So how do you solve that dilemma when you're coming back from an injury? Well, you have to look at the reality of the physical body. Why is execution taking priority for her team right now? Because her coach, Ashok Kumar Mishra, notes that her ankle is only about 90% healed at this exact moment. She's elite, she's incredibly capable, but she's just not at 100% yet. And that remaining 10%, that literally dictates their entire approach to the upcoming championships. To protect that vulnerable 10%, Coach Mishra has implemented a really strict 3-step game plan. Step 1, manage the workload carefully. Step 2, focus intensely on execution and fixed landings, which score higher and are way safer for the ankle. And Step 3, which I think is brilliant by the way, they are keeping their final vault plan adaptable until the last possible minute, deciding which one to throw based on how her ankle feels that day and what the competitors are scoring. It's high-level tactical chess. Section 4, the final push, managing the workload at camp. Right now, she is fine-tuning her skills at the Senior and Junior Women's Artistic Gymnastics National Coaching Camp. Taking place at the High Performance Center in Bhubaneswar, it's a significant investment, with over 23 lakh rupees approved. She's surrounded by a totally dedicated ecosystem of 21 campers, including fellow gymnasts and top-tier coaches. This is the exact kind of high-focus bubble an athlete needs to carefully manage a 90% healed ankle. As the days count down to Zuni, the immediate plan at this camp is incredibly streamlined. It's simple: remain injury-free, continue building that unshakable confidence, and arrive at the Asian Championships ready to execute perfectly on command. As we wrap up this explainer, I think we can clearly see that Pranati Nayak's journey is a masterclass in calculated risk, immense mental fortitude, and strategic patience. So I'm going to leave you with this thought to ponder as the Asian Championships approach later this month. When she steps onto the mat against the heavy hitters from China and Japan, will a strictly calculated focus on flawless execution be enough to conquer the sheer, raw difficulty and power of the world's best? It's going to be absolutely fascinating to watch unfold.